Deep in the magical land of Albion, a kingdom teeters on the edge of chaos. A young wizard, Merlin, arrives with powers beyond imagination, destined to protect a prince who will shape the fate of Camelot. But magic is feared, enemies lurk, and betrayal waits at every corner. Merlin's journey is full of danger, friendship, and destiny, showing how one boy's courage can change the world forever. This is the story of Merlin, the wizard who worked in shadows, saved lives, and forged the legend of Camelot. Merlin arrives in Camelot. Merlin is sent to live in Camelot under the care of Gaius, the king's trusted physician. Gaius is wise and secretly skilled in magic. He teaches Merlin to hide his abilities because King Uther Pendragon hates magic. Anyone caught using it faces death. In his new home, Merlin discovers a voice calling to him. It's the great dragon, Kilgarah, trapped beneath Camelot. The dragon reveals Merlin's destiny. He must protect Prince Arthur, the future king. But every act of magic must remain secret. The moment Uther learns, Merlin would die. Merlin and Arthur's complicated friendship. Merlin first meets Prince Arthur, a proud and arrogant young man. Arthur mocks Merlin, calling him a mere servant, but fate quickly intervenes. Merlin saves Arthur's life during an unexpected attack, and Arthur names him his personal servant. Over time, Merlin proves he is more than a servant. His magic saves Arthur again and again, protecting him from enemies, curses, and even court conspiracies. Slowly, Arthur begins to trust Merlin, unaware of the true depth of his powers. Their friendship begins to grow, forming a bond that will define the future of Camelot. The shadow of Uther and Morgana. King Uther rules with fear. His hatred of magic stems from past tragedies, and this fear infects Camelot. Even Morgana, once loyal, begins to feel trapped and fearful. Strange visions reveal she has magic of her own, and it awakens slowly, guided by anger and resentment. Uther's cruelty pushes Morgana toward darkness. Her anger transforms into hatred, leading her to betray the kingdom she once loved. Merlin realizes that protecting Arthur is not just about saving the prince, it's about guarding Camelot from those closest to it. Allies of Camelot Merlin is not alone. He has allies who help shape the kingdom's destiny. Gaius, Merlin's mentor, teaches him wisdom, control, and strategy. Guinevere, a kind-hearted servant who eventually becomes queen in Arthur's love. Lancelot, Gawain, Percival, Elyon, ordinary men who rise to heroism, fighting for Camelot and Arthur. Together, they form the foundation of Camelot's Round Table, fighting against treachery, magic, and fear, paving the way for justice and honor. Morgana's descent into darkness. Morgana's journey into darkness is slow but terrifying. Her fear of Uther and resentment toward Camelot turns into power-hungry hatred. She learns to use her magic in secret, plotting to take control of the kingdom. As her powers grow, Morgana betrays those who once trusted her. Her ambition threatens the kingdom's very survival. Merlin must constantly outsmart her, often in life and death situations, knowing that Morgana knows Camelot better than anyone. Excalibur and the Sword of Destiny. Merlin's magic is not just for hiding. It is the key to destiny. One of his most legendary acts involves Excalibur, the sword that proves Arthur's worth. Excalibur symbolizes hope, courage, and the ideal that power is not just strength, but wisdom. Merlin guides Arthur to wield it responsibly. Every spell, every secret, and every quiet act of courage helps Arthur grow into a king worthy of Camelot's legacy. Merlin shows that true power comes from protecting others, not seeking glory. Building a kingdom. As Arthur matures, Camelot rises. The kingdom becomes a place where honor, courage, and justice matter more than birthright. Arthur is tested again and again, facing betrayal, enemy magic, and moral dilemmas. Merlin walks a fine line between secrecy and intervention. Sometimes he must act decisively with magic to save lives. Other times, he quietly guides Arthur to make the right choices. Merlin's wisdom becomes the backbone of Camelot, ensuring the kingdom can survive even the darkest threats. Love, loyalty, and sacrifice. Arthur's love for Gwen defines his character. He risks everything to protect her, showing that leadership is about compassion. Merlin remains loyal in the shadows, even when it endangers him. He sacrifices his safety countless times to ensure the kingdom survives and Arthur fulfills his destiny. Merlin's story shows that true heroism lies not in recognition, but in selfless dedication. The final battle against Morgana. Morgana grows in strength, gathering armies and dark magic to overthrow Camelot. The kingdom faces chaos and fear. Merlin's magic becomes crucial. He saves lives, outsmarts enemies, and protects Arthur in critical moments. The final confrontation is epic. Friendships are tested, loyalties are challenged, and sacrifices are made. Arthur faces his destiny bravely, inspired by Merlin's guidance and courage. Morgana's ambition ultimately fails, but not without leaving scars on the kingdom. Merlin's destiny fulfilled. By the end, many truths come to light. Merlin's magic is known to only a select few. Arthur's vision for Camelot survives. The kingdom thrives on the ideals of justice, unity, and courage. Merlin proves that magic is not about power alone. It's about purpose, wisdom, and protecting what is right. He quietly ensures the kingdom's survival and watches Arthur's legacy endure. Camelot will always remember the young wizard who worked in shadows but changed the world forever. The legend lives on. Merlin's journey is more than magic and adventure. It is a story of friendship, bravery, and destiny, where every choice has consequences. Merlin's courage shapes Arthur into a legendary king and ensures the survival of Camelot's ideals. This is the story of Merlin, the young wizard whose powers, loyalty, and wisdom turned a kingdom's fate around, creating a legend that will be remembered for generations. From humble beginnings to a hero working in the shadows, Merlin teaches us that true greatness is often unseen but always felt. If Merlin's journey of magic, loyalty, and destiny thrilled you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more epic stories. Watch more videos to uncover all the hidden secrets and twists that shaped Camelot and its legendary wizard.